Hey there friends, it's Lauren with Rustic Honey, and today I am sharing the beginnings of our greenhouse build. I'm really excited to share with you guys the project we've been working on for a while now, the ins, the outs, the details, and of course all the real life in between. Let's get busy on our garden dreams.
So I got 3 of those right there with your hand on them. I guess we use 2 of them somewhere, but there's the doors, and they have the glass inserts are in the other trailer.
There's 2 doors like that?
Right here.
Okay.
And there's 4 of these.
Well, as I had mentioned in a recent video, our hoarding has finally paid off as we get ready to build this greenhouse. We had 2 of these screen doors, which I've always loved. I thought at one point we might use them on our home, but they're perfect for this project.
This is what I looked like, but I couldn't video at the same time. I was kind of holding on for dear life.
Trying to get all of the footage for you guys during this process has been a little bit of a challenge at times, especially while riding in the back of the side-by-side, holding all of the windows, making sure we don't break something along the way. So we took all of these out of our storage shed, and we've been keeping them here in the well house as we've been trying to map out what this greenhouse is going to look like.
That's what I was saying. One of those skinning windows will come right here.
Apparently, I not only like to hoard windows, but Dan and I also enjoy a good jigsaw puzzle, because that's basically what this is, or a good game of Tetris.
Or not 10, with that pipe, or
That metal, the stuff that goes on the ceiling.
yeah.
That's fine.
4 of these windows, all on one side.
Dan has also been doing his fair share of all of the math during this project. My math is more so, let's lay out these 4 windows and see if it reaches from point A to point B, you know, with a little gap in between for all the framing. And then he's the one that actually, of course, gets out the tape measure and makes sure that it's going to work.
That's all of them. 3.5 is 7. Plus, that's a 10.5 inch gap. And then we got this left over.
Now, building a greenhouse is something we've talked about for a really long time. We finally decided that a lean-to greenhouse off the back of our well house would be the easiest way to make this happen.
So what can we Tetris?
Everything in the back spoken for.
Well, yeah, because if we do it like this on the sides,
There's
because we'll
3
need
more.
8 of those.
There's 3 more of these in the trailer.
Oh, okay.
But where am I confused? Where's the 4th big one here?
Right there.
Oh, right there.
And of course, with these being old windows, none of them are exactly the same in measurement. You have 2 that may look alike, but then they're a couple inches different. So as far as framing, it's going to get a little bit complicated with how he fits these in here. And then we're going to add hinges later on for all of them.
Oh, you want to, hit a baseball through one? Roaring.
No.
I just had to leave some of the real life footage in there for you guys. The big joke has been that we're going to build this entire greenhouse with all of these glass window panes, and the boys are going to break a window the first day that it's done. I would almost bet money on it. Okay, so our plan is, like I said, to have a lean-to off of the back of the well house, and then the doors will be on the 2 ends, and then the south-facing side will be all windows. And then for the roofing, we're going to use that traditional corrugated, I can't think of what the name of it is, the greenhouse roofing, if you will. There's a name for it, and it's not coming to me right now. Polybicarbonate panels. Sorry, I had to Google that one. Future Lauren here coming at you. So one of the biggest challenges we have with building a greenhouse or building anything around our farm is having the supplies when we need them, and then of course saving money along the way. We live out in the country. We're very far away from the big box hardware stores, so it's really important for us to do a little research before we head to the city, if you will, to find the supplies that we need for a project like this. And that's why I want to tell you about today's video sponsor, Build Club. Build Club is an extension that you can put in your browser, and it uses AI and big data to filter through all of the big box stores, give you the best price on the supplies you need, and it also price compares to other big box stores and online stores like Amazon. It's been really handy to just plug in the supplies that I need online and then quickly know not only what the best price is going to be, but also which stores have the stock that we need. So before we make an hour-long drive to our local Home Depot or Lowe's, we know exactly what inventory they have, and we know we're getting the best price. This is a a complete game changer if you're a DIY family like we are, or maybe a small contractor even. It always amazes me sometimes that the pricing can be so different on the supplies you need for a project. So the polycarbonate sheeting or the roofing that I was talking about earlier, for example, is a good one to just plug into Lowe's or Home Depot, and then it will price compare for me and also let me know how many of those sheets we can get at each store. I've also done the same thing even for the paint that I bought for my office here recently. I bought a primer online, and it was nice to be able to price compare a couple different stores before making that purchase. If you're into DIY or often building things, big or small, I think that Build Club is an awesome tool that you should try. It's free too. I haven't mentioned that yet, but you have nothing to lose to download their extension and try it out today. I'll be sure to put my link in the description box below. Thank you again to Build Club for saving us money on this project and for sponsoring today's video. 3 of them, I'm like, you put
Well, the thing is,
2 of them.
I know. Then we have this giant offset.
Could we do, put this way and then stack, or turn these the other way and then stack 2 of those?
Not, I don't understand.
These two, if these 2 were turned up here like this, and then this one down the side. I don't know why on earth he couldn't understand what I was saying there. Clear as mud. But let me move these around and we'll see what this looks like. I really wanted to get in these long antique windows because I think they add a little bit more interest and character. I think that would be prettiest.
The thing is,
if this was on the end on both sides and then these were like 4 pretty windows.
We'll just have to make it work, I guess. I mean, I'll just have to build it to where it fits right. Cool.
Oh, I think that would look pretty.
Yeah, I like that too. Or is it?
How far up? Whew, getting hot now.
You're right across that joint right through there. You're looking right into that.
That's really pretty too. I just really like being able to get these in here this way because I think they're prettier that way. I think this looks better. Okay. Whoa. Yeah.
Spotlight.
there.
Well, with the rain earlier this week, it made it a little bit easier for Dan to set some posts and pour the concrete. Now they are beginning to frame up the lean-to off the back. So let's get out here and see who's over there, Ruth. Who's over there?
Hi, Ruth.
Ruth was sure excited to see Grandpa and Dad here working on the lean-to. Now, I personally didn't have much to do at all with this part of the project. There was a lot of conversation about the pitch of the roof and the leveling to make sure everything is going to come together, but I left that one to the experts for sure. My father-in-law was a general contractor for many years, so we always loved to have him over and get his opinion on things. As it goes with any home improvement project or DIY, it always ends up taking longer than you think it will. Even when it's a smaller project like this one, there's just been a lot of thinking that goes into the background of it, a lot of measuring, as you've seen already. And there's just a whole lot of, regular life in between, a whole lot of real things going on. My husband travels a little bit for work, and so it's up to me to do a few things around the farm. This morning, actually, on our way to school, the bottle calf was out, so we had ourselves a nice little rodeo before school to get him back in his pen. I would have loved to film that for you, but it was quite chaotic. I don't think I could have even held my phone.
This is our second rodeo of the day, believe it or not. We'll see if we can get these calves over here. Goodness.
And then on the same day around lunchtime, I saw all of our heifers in our garden, so that was a whole nother rodeo.
Windy, Ruth? Look at us go.
So of course, while I got them back onto our property, my husband still had to go back and move them and fix fence and whatnot. So like I said, there's always something around here, pining for our attention. Also, we have 4 children to tend to, so we're just doing our best over here to get through this project and get all the things done. All right, I'll start calling this stage 2 of the framing. It's starting to take shape. You can see where the doorways are going to be. And in this area behind our garden back here, I'm hoping to at some point have it be kind of like gravel, like a chat gravel or a river rock would be ideal. I also plan to paint all of those tubs you saw and have myself a nice little pretty raised bed area. I obviously don't really have anything in them right now, just some weeds growing, so we're gonna get those going before too long. The weather here has still been slightly back and forth this spring. As you can see, we have a lot of layers on this morning. It was pretty chilly after all of the rain. And we are starting to frame in these windows. Now, this is another part that has taken a lot of measuring because, as I had mentioned, all of these windows are different sizes. Some of them are the same, of course, and we tried to plan around that as much as we could, but there's been a lot of, I need you to hold this, and then we're going to put in some spacers, make our marks, and then frame stuff in. So this is definitely turning into as custom as you could get when it comes to a greenhouse when you're reusing and repurposing all of these old windows and doors. So I'm really proud of Dan. He's really getting this to come together. I think it's going to be beautiful. As you can see, I also have a lot of window washing and painting to do here in the near future, so I'm hoping for some sunshiny days. We also have good help this morning, as you can tell by the videography here. My oldest son was really getting all the details on this. Now, again, I think I had mentioned this, but the plan for me, I think, is to paint everything white. I've seen a lot of greenhouses that were in kind of moody colors, and I was really tempted to do so. But when Dan and I talked about it more, we think it will look best on our place to just have it be white with black accents, just like our home, so that everything will kind of tie together down here. The well house that we're adding on to here really needs a fresh coat of paint too. So I'm hoping when we do this, I'll just knock it all out at once, and it'll really freshen up this whole area of our garden.
I can cut these boards, I just can't put them in until I get.
I also want to create a little gate into the garden, and hopefully our blackberry bush can kind of grow up over the top and create a really pretty archway entry. So I have a lot of dreams for how beautiful this is going to come together. So it's a lot of work. It has been a lot of work and will continue to be a lot of work in the days to come. But if there's one thing I know, it's that good things take time, and there can even be beauty in the waiting. It won't be much longer, and I will be sharing the full reveal with you. Thank you so much for joining us in the beginnings of building this greenhouse. I hope you'll like and subscribe so that we can hang out again very soon.